3 o'clock here on Newstalk 1010. Okay, we're talking about the tragic events off the coast of Tuscany, Italy, where you've probably seen that picture over the weekend of a huge cruise ship, not a little ferry, folks, but a huge cruise ship that ended up, I guess it was in fairly shallow waters, but it looks like it's tipped over. Amanda Cupido joins us right now, ladies and gentlemen. Amanda, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks, Jim.
All right. So how long did you work on cruise ships?
I did a 7-month contract with the Carnival Cruise Lines.
Okay. So I don't know if you want to say anything that's going to get you sued.
I don't think anything can get me sued, really.
All right. Do you know of any close calls? I mean, were there anything this bad? I mean, obviously this is terrible, but...
No, this is really bad. I feel like this is really out of the ordinary, at least for when I was cruising and stories that I've heard there's some obviously horror stories that come out from cruise ships, and there were some people who passed away while I was working, but mostly one was because of old age, and another guy had a heart attack.
On a cruise, really?
Yeah, he was in the gym.
Okay.
So, but it's like a floating city, so people are going to die, things are going to happen, and that shouldn't deter anyone from not taking a cruise anymore, right?
Okay, so could you put yourself in this situation? Are you going to be freaking out, or are you going to be helping your passengers?
Obviously you're going to freak out. I think it's, but you kick into adrenaline mode, and we go through a lot of training as crew, and more than I even expected. And I think everyone's pretty well trained when it comes to, emergency situations, because there's a lot of things that can happen on a ship, and unlike on land, you can't just call the firefighter department and have them come on over. You're in the middle of the water. So
in this situation, though, I mean, the thing is, half capsized and turned over. I mean, what the heck could you do? I mean, you're going to be sticking around and making sure everybody gets out, or are you going to get out?
Well, no, okay. It wasn't half capsized as soon as it happened. It's a slow process. The ship is huge. Like your previous guest said, it's probably over 100,000 tons. There's 4,000 people on that ship. So it's going to be a slow process. You're going to get people to the lifeboats. Everyone has muster stations, which are where they would go in case of emergency. Now, I know that this ship specifically hadn't had their boat drill yet, which means that they weren't exactly showed where their muster station is, where they should go.
Does that mean a new crew, or what does that mean?
No. Within 24 hours of debarking, you should have that drill. So now this ship just didn't happen to have it yet. It was scheduled for that day, and it hadn't happened yet. Now, a lot of, my ship, we did it before we even set sail, or as we were setting sail, we'd be doing our boat drill. And that's what happens a lot, especially in North American cruises, that's very common.
So it's like taking off on a plane where the flight attendant does the rigmarole that you have to work things out with everybody who's on board.
We do the little life vest, demonstration. We tell them this is where you'll meet. Your kids, all kids get a wristband saying where their muster station is. So in case of emergency, someone can bring your kid to your muster station instead of you running around the ship trying to find them. Little things like that.
How many eventualities can you plan for, though?
Well, you're trying to be the best prepared that you can be, right? So there's only so much you can do. But I mean, we have crazy training where we were writing exams. We knew all the codes. We knew, and the protocol that would happen in case of emergency like this. And so in a situation like that, we would we would already have a list of who would need an elevator, who would need help getting to the lifeboat. We'd have specific staff assigned to help those guests that would need to get to the lifeboats and maybe can't climb upstairs or can't climb over the ledge. And then there's specific people who take extra training on how to drive the lifeboats and how to load the lifeboats and, just making sure that everything runs smoothly. So my job when I was on the cruise ship, I was the person in charge of being on the mic. And so I was kind of keeping everyone informed of what would be happening in an emergency like this. And I would be getting direction from the captain and then their team.
So this boat ran aground at 9:58 p.m. and didn't necessarily sound alarms until 10:30. That's 32 minutes. That's staggeringly stupid, obviously. Now, but in that time frame, and I don't know how long it took, maybe you do, to get to the place that we see in the picture of it completely almost, tipped over. But do you have enough time? Would you have enough time to get people out of? I mean, it didn't instantly happen where it's like that in the picture that everybody has seen.
And there are airtight doors that we have on the lower levels. So almost like in the movie Titanic, people see that guys are trying to slide under the door at the last second and trying to, save themselves. That actually does happen. There are those airtight doors, and we check them regularly. And so I would imagine that ship, as soon as they knew that water was coming in, they're going to know, okay, there's tons of people who are working on every level of the ship. So it's not like, it went unnoticed for 30 minutes. People knew, and those airtight doors, I'm sure, went down ASAP. Now, as far as when they told the guests what exactly was happening, when they told the crew exactly what was happening, I don't know exactly what happened. I think that's what's being investigated. But I know that there's claims of people saying that the crew were saying, oh, it's a technical difficulty. And I truly believe that the crew probably thought it was. Because if the crew knew, so maybe the people in the bowels, had heard and had seen and were running around, but the crew that was out and about, they're not going to lie. You're not going to lie to the guests. You're going to tell your guests to go to the muster station. You're going to tell your guests to go get their life jacket. Why would you lie? There's ample life jackets on board for everyone. I know, it was mentioned that people were fighting over life jackets. I think that's everyone has them in their staterooms, and there's extras all around. Like there's, after something like the Titanic, there's not going to be a situation where there's not enough life jackets on a cruise ship in this day and age.
Yeah. Hey, Amanda, good information. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Amanda, say your last name again.
Amanda Cupido.
It's a fun name to say, is it not?
Mm-hmm. It's like Cupid with an O.
Amanda Cupido is the Newstalk 1010 cruise analyst, and she is also Jerry Agar's producer. Is Jerry mean to you? Here's some good insight, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, geez. No, he's good. He's good. He's a passionate guy, and sometimes the passion takes over a little, but it's fine. I love it.
Is he mean to you?
No, he's not.
Jerry, leave a message.
All right. That's not an answer that I was looking for anyway. Who do you think is meaner to, is Jerry meaner to you or Britt to me?
Ooh.
Sorry, Britt. All right, let's just end it there.